Come on, guys, let's go fishing.
All right.
Hey, friend, there's already one down here.
Come on, Brad. Should we try to catch a fish?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what's down this way.
Hi, I'm Bob Jensen. This is Fishing the Midwest. Thanks for stopping by. Kabetogama Lake in northern Minnesota is one of my favorite fishing places anywhere, anytime. We've been here a number of times in the past. Always have done very, very well. Today we're after walleyes. It's early June. The walleyes are out in deeper water already. We're with Travis Carlson. We're chasing walleyes. Let's catch some. Kabetogama Lake on the Minnesota-Ontario border in Voyageurs National Park is one of my favorite places anywhere, for several reasons. First of all, it's the fishing. The walleye fishing is simply outstanding, for big ones and for eater-sized ones. The scenery is spectacular. Most of Kab's shorelines are undeveloped. There's the possibility of a deer or a duck or an otter or an eagle or who knows what else around every island. And while the shorelines are mostly undeveloped, there are a good number of resorts that can fit the needs of a family or a group of anglers. There are places where you can get a nice meal if you choose not to cook, and the walleye fishing is spectacular. I know I mentioned that earlier, but it bears repeating. If you want to catch walleyes, Lake Kabetogama is the place to be. We hooked up with Travis Carlson. He's a resorter and a guide on the lake, mid-June, and headed for some deep structure. Fish on. This is the size that fits perfectly in a frying pan.
There's one.
It was a bite?
It was a bite.
It was a bite. Any size?
Maybe a keeper size here, Bob.
What's a keeper?
Well, usually I like to keep between 13 and they got to be under 17 inches.
Yep.
Just a nice eating size fish.
Yep. How deep was he, did you look?
28 feet.
Was he really? You can swing him almost, can't you? Travis dropped back down and had another bite right away. Another one for the frying pan, although it's not a walleye. There you go. Are they a little finicky today?
A little bit on the finicky side.
What's
This
that
feels
one?
more like a perch.
Does it? He was shaking there, wasn't he? Big perch, wow. A lot of those out here?
We've had some really nice perches. It's
Have
kind of a
you
nice
really?
bonus when you're walleye fishing.
Yep, no kidding. And on the frying pan, how do you beat that?
You can't
You
beat
can't,
it.
no. And that's a nice perch.
That's a nice perch.
Lots of them like that.
We've been seeing quite a few of
Have
them
you
like that.
really? We fish Kab on several occasions at different times of the year, and we've used different techniques in the different seasons. Today we're using live bait rigs. Live bait rigs, such as a roach rig, enable you to present the bait very naturally. The fish are biting light today, so we're letting them run just a bit with the leeches that are on our hook. Travis has this deal figured out.
There we go.
Well, there's a bunch of them down there, aren't there?
Yeah, we're sitting on a nice mess of fish.
There's some size?
This is a nice one.
Yeah. It looks like it. And there's a ton of fish down there.
I guess the locator wasn't lying to us.
It doesn't, no, it doesn't fib, does it? Staying down there, isn't he?
You got some nice healthy fish.
No,
This lake. Look at
that's
that.
a nice one. That's a nice one. That's really a nice one. Lots on that size here. How long did you let him go?
You know, I let him run about 10 seconds this morning. They're being a little picky, but sitting on them and got some nice fish there.
Yep. And he's got the hook, doesn't he?
He does. We'll go ahead and cut it and let him go.
Is that what you do?
You know, anytime they swallow it like that, you're a lot better off. You just clip the line and throw them back than if you were to try to dig that hook out. So we'll go ahead and get them back in the water and catch another one.
Good, I'm for it. I'm for it. Live bait rigs are taking the walleyes big time today. When we come back, we'll catch some more. Stay tuned. Fishing the Midwest is presented by Northland Fishing Tackle, made by fishermen for fishermen. Cabela's, it's in your nature. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Growth Energy, America's ethanol supporters.
Focused, driven, and engineered to excel. This is the all-new Ranger Z520C. From the total performance hull to a revolutionary interior design, it's our most advanced bass boat to date. Combined with Evinrude E-Tech's power, performance, and 300 hours with no dealer schedule maintenance, this is a level of leadership that's easy to see and hard to follow. Experience more with Evinrude.
Lake Kabetogama in Voyageurs National Park is your year-round destination for experiencing nature at its finest. Enjoy the solitude of the pristine wilderness while having all the comforts of home available at the many full-service resorts. The fishing is world-class. So are all the other outdoor activities that are abundant in all the seasons. Cab is the perfect place for your family or a group of friends, and Cab is an easy drive from anywhere in the Midwest. Kabetogama Lake in northern Minnesota. Discover Cab now.
Impulse soft baits. 143% more effective than the competition.
And the best alternative to live bait.
Unique colors, actions, scent.
Impulse soft plastics catch more fish, period.
At Al's Specialty Marine, service is their specialty. The Bruggentheis family has been in the boat business for almost 35 years. For performance and reliability, you can't beat a Ranger boat team with an Evinrude motor. Their staff knows exactly how to rig your boat for maximum pleasure. Al's Specialty Marine also has premier pontoons and a wide variety of other boats that will fit your needs. Al's Specialty Marine will do an outstanding job of taking care of all your boating needs.
Al's Specialty Marine, stop on by. Al's Specialty Marine.
Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. Kabetogama Lake has big walleyes and it's got some keepers. Let's go out and see if we can catch some keepers for the frying pan and some big ones to put back. Here we go. We're fishing deep water today, anywhere from 20 to 30 feet. 3/8 or half-ounce sinkers are about right for these depths. Northland's Rock Runner Slip Bouncer is an effective sinker for this fishing. It doesn't hang up too much, and if you want to change weight, you just pop it off the sleeve and put the proper weight on. As far as line, I like 6, 7, or 8 pound test bionic walleye line with a medium action spinning rig. We're cruising the deep water structure, looking for signs of life in the bottom. That Humminbird sonar unit does such a good job of revealing fish. If it shows fish, we put a marker buoy off to the side of the fish and work them over. Travis is controlling the boat from the driver's seat. He's using the iPilot to position the boat while he keeps an eye on the sonar. When we get over fish, we move through them very slowly. This is bare bones, seat of the pants, rod in your hand, traditional walleye fishing, and it's productive. At least it is for Travis.
Let me give him a second. I've seen days I let him go 30 seconds.
Is that right?
And I still miss half of them.
No kidding.
I don't like it like that. Oh, here it is. Here we go.
You like this sort of thing better. So I've got one going too. Yep. You're on your own, Travis. Is it a big fish?
It's a decent fish, Bob. You got a bite back there too,
I do,
Bob?
yep. I missed mine.
You missed yours? That's all right. I'll be a nice guy. I'll let you come up here and net this one, Bob.
I missed mine so I could help you. Oh, another nice, oh boy. Another nice one. Another nice one. Look at that guy. Oh boy. How long did you let him go?
You know, I let him go probably 15 seconds on that.
Did you really?
They're just really being picky today. And
that's longer than you usually let him go.
Yeah, usually, you know, 5 count, 10 count,
Yep.
and you'll get most of them. But we'll do what the fish want.
Whatever they want. We're getting bit, but they're fussy.
They are.
Yeah.
We'll just keep working on them. We'll get some fish.
Yeah, there's a nice fish. Yeah. Travis, I've fished with you a couple times up here on Cab. Last time we were fishing shallow bays and that sort of thing and doing really well with walleyes, throwing jigs. This time we're out on the reefs. What is kind of the seasonal patterns of these fish?
Well, if I recall, Bob, the last time you were up, we were a little earlier in the year when we were fishing in the bays, shallow. We had real good luck. This time of year, the mayflies are starting to hatch. The fish are starting to move out these mid-lake, these reefs out here. And this is where we want to be. Again, later in the year, we'll move back in, fish the islands, the points, and some of the deeper water. But for a couple months here in the summer, we have real good luck out in these reefs. Here's a bite right now. We'll give them a few seconds here. Got it.
Whoa.
There's
whoa.
a nice.
Whoa.
Boy, there's some nice fish in here
That
today.
looks like it, yeah. And you're on them. You're catching them. And that's okay. Did he hit it hard?
You know, that was a pretty decent bite right
Was
there.
it? And out on these reefs, the rigs are the way to go typically?
You know, typically a rig with, you know, a leech or crawler.
Yeah, yeah. Here's your sinker. Another nice one.
Oh, look at that one.
Look at that one. Ooh, boy. And these guys, I mean, these are slot fish. You got to put these back, don't you?
You got to put these back, but you know what? We've been catching plenty of eaters lately, and it's really nice to see these fish grow, and the slot's really been improving the lake and really working well.
And that's why you're catching these big ones, is because you got the slot.
Absolutely, and every year, you know, we see bigger and bigger fish,
Yeah.
and the fishing is better and better.
And 23, 24 inches, something like that?
That's right.
Yeah. Ooh, boy, that's a nice one. That's a nice. And we're seeing them on the depth finder now. There's a lot of them down
There's a
there.
lot of them on the depth finder, and we're just hovering right over them and got the iPilot down, and it's working real well.
Have you ever had one of those days when you just can't get the fish to eat your bait? I'm having one of those days. I'm getting bit, I'm just not converting. Travis is, though. Ooh. Whoa. Those light tap, tap, taps, you know, oftentimes turn into something pretty solid, don't they? No kidding. Travis, I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it good.
It's another nice fish, bud.
Yes, it is. They're at about 30 feet of water. And it is, what, mid-June. And this is typical. They're out here this...
Yep, the mayflies are just starting to hatch,
Yep.
and
Here he comes.
really it makes for some
Oh,
good
look at
fish.
there.
Look, there's it.
I thought he was bigger than that, didn't you?
You know what? That is a nice eating size fish right
Absolutely.
there. Boy, they can
Absolutely.
fight, can't they?
15, 16 inches, 17 inches, that sort of thing. Perfect eater.
Nice fish.
Yeah, do you eat a lot of fish?
We do.
Do you really? Yeah.
It's hard to beat a fresh walleye.
The refrigerator is right outside your door, isn't it?
That's right.
Boy, whenever we see walleyes in the depth finder, we catch them. This is fun. When we come back, we'll have some more fun. Stay tuned. Fishing the Midwest is brought to you by Impulse. Excite the bite with scent, color, and action. Fraybill. Trusted gear since 1938. WalleyeLeather.com. If you are a truly rabid walleye person, you should have already had this stuff. Dakota Grills. Unleash your inner chef.
Evinrude E-Tech has been outperforming four-stroke engines for years. But what about the latest 150 four-strokes that claim to deliver two-stroke-like torque? See the proof for yourself. Get your free DVD now and watch how the two-stroke Evinrude E-Tech 150 outpulls and out-accelerates the four-stroke competition. See how it wins when it comes to maintenance, ease of winterization, and more. Evinrude E-Tech is the true champion. Go to evinrude150challenge.com and get your free DVD now.
All right, Austin, you got Harvick on the inside and the Ferguson family riding hot behind you. The who? Ferguson's, beige minivan, and they're late for a soccer game, so if you could, get a move on.
NASCAR is powered by a blend of 15% American ethanol.
Man, those Fergusons are fast.
E15 is made for your car, too. Try not to let it go to your head. Learn more about the benefits of E15 at American Ethanol's Facebook page.
Lake Kabetogama in Voyageurs National Park is your year-round destination for experiencing nature at its finest. Enjoy the solitude of the pristine wilderness while having all the comforts of home available at the many full-service resorts. The fishing is world-class. So are all the other outdoor activities that are abundant in all the seasons. Cab is the perfect place for your family or a group of friends, and Cab is an easy drive from anywhere in the Midwest. Kabetogama Lake in northern Minnesota. Discover Cab now. Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. We're really catching them today. Maybe I should say Travis is really catching them today. Let's go out and see if I can get a couple.
There's another one.
Gee, buddy, Christmas, Travis. I mean, you know what? You're close enough. I'm gonna leave my line in the water this time.
Yeah, you don't want to take it out right now, do you?
I don't want to take it out right now. It looks like you're enjoying catching these fish, and I want to kind of do that myself here pretty soon. Now, we're fishing about 30 feet of water, and we're fishing straight up and down pretty much, aren't we?
Oh, there's another nice
Another
keeper.
eater. Another eater. And is that how you do it, straight up and down?
Pretty much stick straight right over.
Yep. 30 feet of water, about a half-ounce sinker. Okay, Travis is putting it on me pretty good. While I try to figure out how to catch a walleye, let's make a run to Cabela's. Maybe they'll have an idea how I can get one in the boat. Danny, I was in South Dakota a couple weeks ago fishing perch with this Whistler spoon, and you've had some experience with it too, you said.
Yeah, actually, I had an experience of using this Whistler spoon on Lake of the Woods and Mille Lacs this year. This thing really works great, Bob. It's got the great action that the Macho Minnow's always had, but with the added beads and blade propeller on top. And what that does is in those low light conditions or that stained water on Lake of the Woods, it really calls the fish in. It brings them in. The beads kind of clack together, giving it the noise. The blade sends out the vibration and the noise. That just really called in the walleyes. Worked great for me.
Yep. And how are you tipping a minnow head on there?
You know, I tip a minnow head on there. You know, obviously on Lake of the Woods, I always have great luck tipping it with the shiner head. But I mean, really any minnow head, you get that scent in the water, and it works really good.
How are you working it?
Well, what I'm doing with this here is I'm just going to drop it down and just jig it. And what you want to do is you're just going to jig it like a traditional spoon jig or anything else that you're going to jig. But dropping it down there, it'll bring the fish in. Just keep working it up above those fish, and they can't help but bite it.
And that, when you lift it, that gives that propeller a little spin.
And actually the cool part about this one is when you lift it up, it gives it the spin. But when it drops, it's almost like a parachute. So that blade starts spinning as it's going down, and the beads are kind of clacking then. And it's really neat. So Whistler spoon from Northland, stop by Cabela's and pick it up today.
They always have good advice for outdoor products at Cabela's, but Travis is still the one getting bit. Whoa. You're on him, Travis. You're on him. I don't know what to do. I mean, we're using the same color hook, same leech, the same deal. Everything's the same. That's another eater. You want to just...
Another eater.
Yep. Do you ever do shore lunches, Travis?
Every once in a while, we get people want to do shore lunch, and it's a nice place, you know, get a little rest up and head back out fishing, and
well,
it's hard to beat fresh fish.
I know.
That's when they're the best.
I know. And there's lots of islands. Can you go to any island and do the shore lunch?
You know, you can go to any island, and there's also a few day use sites. That's one of the advantages of being in the park.
I've got one going.
You got a bite going?
I do.
You know what? We've got a few fish in the box. I'm going to go ahead and throw this one back. And
look at there, Travis.
You got him?
I did it. I did it. And you can go to any island?
You go to any island, or, you know, the Rock Garden. That's a real nice place to go
sure,
look. Yeah, day use sites. All kinds of nice places. Some have docks. Oh, there's a nice fish.
There's a nice fish. Look at there. I was waiting for that one. I mean, I was just waiting until a big one came along, you know? Gee.
I tell you, when you do it good.
I know. And they're so healthy. Look at that guy. I mean, he's been eating good stuff, hasn't he? Look how thick he is.
He's just like a football.
Yeah. Look
nice
at
fish.
that. Oh,
congratulations.
Boy. I liked it. I liked it. With these live bait rigs we're using, Travis, you know, you can drag them or you can lift them a little bit. We're dropping, you know, we're lifting the sinker up and dropping it back down so it keeps touch at the bottom. But there are a lot of variables that you can use when you're using live bait rigs, aren't there?
Yeah, there is. You know, we're just half-ounce sinker, straight up and down. I like to bring it up real slow and then back down, just making sure we're staying in contact with the bottom. And the nice thing is, light as some of them are biting, you can feel that light bite sometimes when you start to raise that rod tip. And seems to be working.
And in addition to that, there are lots of things you can do with your rig, you know, hook color and that sort of thing.
You know, I've seen days, Bob, where, you know, just a plain bronze colored hook that we're using today works well. Other days, you know, red hooks work really well, or green hook maybe, a bead, spinner on it. There's a lot of variables you can try, and just try to pick what works best for you for that day.
Travis, Kabetogama is a big lake. I mean, it's a big lake, but if somebody was coming here for the first time, it's a relatively easy lake to fish, is that right?
Well, the nice thing is, you know, although it is a big lake, we've got so many islands out here that it is, you know, a fish is like a small lake. There's always places you could duck in and fish, you know, even on some of the worst days, and that's the beauty of this lake, really.
Yep, and it's a big lake, but you don't need a real big boat to fish it.
No, you don't. Like I said, you know, with all the islands we have in this lake and all the bays we have, there's always a place you can get in and fish.
Yep, walleyes, smallmouth, northern pike, some crappies.
Crappies, you get a few nice perch.
Yep, big perch. We saw those earlier, didn't we?
So, you know, it's a nice mixed bag of fish.
Yeah. Fishing the Midwest is presented by Bionic Line. Your fish, your line. Beautiful Kabetogama Lake, gateway to Voyageurs National Park. Evinrude E-Tech, 300 hours, no dealer scheduled maintenance. Nature's Fury, all the vitamins, more juice. At Al's Specialty Marine, service is their specialty. The Brugenthies family has been in the boat business for almost 35 years. For performance and reliability, you can't beat a Ranger boat team with an Evinrude motor. Their staff knows exactly how to rig your boat for maximum pleasure. Al's Specialty Marine also has premier pontoons and a wide variety of other boats that will fit your needs. Al's Specialty Marine will do an outstanding job of taking care of all your boating needs.
Al's Specialty Marine, stop on by. Al's Specialty Marine.
Impulse soft baits. 143% more effective than the competition.
And the best alternative to live bait.
Unique colors, actions, scent.
Impulse soft plastics catch more fish, period.
I'm in the acting track at my school, so I love theater. Oh, wow.
Thinking about Broadway.
I'd like to thank the Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap.
Are you ready? Ready?
Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. June is just a good time to go fishing. It's mid-June on Kabetogama Lake, and we're catching them. They're biting now. Here's a weird double. See there, Travis?
Got him.
I do too.
think we crossed a little bit.
We have the same fish? What do we got going here?
Oh, there's a sauger.
Oh, a sauger, yeah. Okay.
Sauger there.
Okay. And then what have you got? Is he still there? Are doubles unusual, Travis?
Not at all.
No?
Although this is a funny way we have to go about doing
this,
it.
This is a strange. This is probably the strangest double I've seen for a while.
We're gonna get him.
Okay.
Okay, there. That one's mine. You reel yours in, Bob.
Okay, that was yours. Well, here's mine over here. Look. What have I got? I got a little walleye.
Little walleye. There we go.
Yeah. Boy, there was a bunch of them there, weren't there?
It's a nice little sauger here.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you get sauger right with the walleyes?
Yeah, we get quite a few sauger. This spring we're actually catching a ton of sauger.
Yep.
And there's no size limit on sauger, so any size is good.
Yep.
And you know, it's a nice little short lunch fish right there.
Absolutely.
The walleye fishing on Kabetogama Lake is good. Really good. Really, really good. But there are other things to see and do as well. Phil Hart is a longtime area resident. He's the guy right across the street from the Walleye where he had turned to go to Cab. Phil knows all about Cab and the area. He had this to say about the resort opportunities.
We have 17 resorts and they feature over 175 cabins, some of which are 1 bedroom all the way up to 4 bedroom, all the way up to the lodges, and I'm not counting the lodge rooms, but many of them have 6 or 8 lodge rooms. So these resorts can accommodate almost any size group from 1 individual to up to 17. Most of the resorts, many of the resorts have the RV sites, of course, and some camping sites, or they do both or all 3. And that's a big plus on this lake is the amount of resorts we do have, most of them mom and pop generation resorts.
On this trip to Cab, we stayed at Pine Cove Resort. Very nice place to spend a few days. Phil Hart added this about other things to do in the area.
There's so many things on the lake. The rock gardens, I'm sure you're familiar with Ellsworth Rock Gardens, which is a nice place to visit. There's a lot of day use campsites as well as campsites. There's wildlife tours you can go on. The park has tours that you can go on. Birding, there's 200 species of birds. It's a great birding area. Wildlife watching, kayaking, canoeing.
There you've got it. If you get the idea that I really enjoy spending time at Kabetogama Lake, you'd be right. I could give you more reasons why you should visit Cab, but it wouldn't be the same as you being there. I'm going back as soon as I can, and next time I'm going to catch more fish than Travis. Actually, even if I just keep up with him, I'll be happy. Actually, I'll just be happy if I get to go back to Cab sometime soon. You'll be happy if you visit Cab too. Find out for yourself. What a day on Kabetogama Lake. We've always done so well here for big walleyes and the eaters. If you get the chance, you gotta visit Kabetogama Lake in northern Minnesota. Hey, for all of us at Fishing the Midwest, thanks for stopping by. Be nice to one another. We'll see you again next time.